Nearly 18 months ago, I was pregnant with Andy, listening to Doug slurring. I don't want any of this. Allowing this memory in cues the rest of it to flood in too. The angry tirade about how I tricked him into all of it. Our whole life. The bit where he said he'd never wanted to get married or buy our house or have our daughter, Frankie. I see him pointing at my pregnant belly, spitting that he especially didn't want this baby. Then I hear him yelling, "My life is fucked and it's all your fault," with such spiteful clarity that it's like he's standing in the room right now. These highlights have been on a loop in my mind since that night. Thinking about all of it makes my heart hurt, a dull ache that seems to live there permanently now. If it gets too much for him, he'll call you. He'll call his mum, I say. And Mary is not an idiot, so she'll deal with it. She loves your babies. Hell, he loves your babies. In his own stupid way. I feel cold. Or hot. I feel sweaty. Clammy. I exhale loudly. I know Jude is right and that everything will be okay. But what if it's not? Sometimes I wish she'd let me just be worried for a while before rationalising it all. Not that I'd ever tell her that. If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have gotten through any of it. She has held my hand, both metaphorically and literally, through it all. She was there in the room looking me in the eye mid-contraction and yelling, "Cleo, you're a goddamn fucking warrior," as I birthed Andy. There at my house, cleaning and feeding me as I navigated single-parent life with a newborn and a toddler. There through my divorce and the sale of our house. And when she saw me drowning in the thick of it all, she offered the lifeboat of her home, moving me and my kids in with her and her son and keeping a close eye on me. If I think about it too much, it makes me cry, the way she's loved me back to life, or at least this version of my life. And she has done it with sheer determination because that's who she is. Jude is a force. And me? I'm happy to get swept up and pulled along by it. It's always been that way. She is the fire to my ice. Jude is my person. We fell into such a fast friendship that it made us both question how we'd ever lived without the other. The woman I was back when we met 12 years ago feels so far away from the woman I am now. I was 24, living in London, working in a pub to save so I could travel, and loving every second of it. I had a world map pinned to my cupboard door that I'd place small golden heart stickers when I'd been somewhere new. My goal was to visit every continent, every country. I guess it still is. Maybe. One day. I suppose that dream is still in here, just dormant. Like it got packed in a box and put in the back of the shed, where the map itself is now. I often think about whatever universal power was at play that made the pub I worked in Jude's local, the easy destiny of it all. Doing tequila shots and pints of snakebite, daring each other to snog hot patrons, stumbling up the high street stuffing our faces with fried chicken. Then we'd cram ourselves into one of our beds and giggle about how grown up we felt, speaking true and honest dreams about who we wanted to become. I went to London assuming I'd met the great love of my life. And I did. I just wasn't expecting that my soulmate would be someone I'd have absolutely zero romantic affection for. Doug has to learn how to sort it out, Jude says, pulling on a tatty red wig. She looks at me lovingly. I know. I pick up Perry's ladybird antenna headband and put it on. I know, I say again, more for my own benefit than Jude's. Which means you're going to have to learn to let him. I guess. I feel myself pout. This week is going to suck. Excuse me? This week is a new beginning. Jude picks up a bubble gun and shoots bubbles over my head. I shake my head and pop 3 of the bubbles one after the other. I can't even imagine what it's going to be like. Chapter 2. No sleep. My brain has been non-stop whirring with all the possible ways that Doug could mess things up this week. The things he could forget, the hard-won routines he could undo, and his temper. His fucking temper. Frankie once asked, "Mummy, why is Daddy so angry all the time?" And I couldn't answer. Because he was. He is. I line up their bags at the door and place a handwritten list of their schedule and all the other things he doesn't know that he should know on top of the bags. I doubt he'll read it, but the sliver of possibility that he might makes me feel better. I look at my watch. 9:15. He said he'll be here at 9.